Alright, it's been a while since we've done a top-down review, so hopefully this will be fun. Alright, so I'm sure some of you guys have seen those new Hornby toolings that are repurposed Thomas characters. That's really all they are. I think there's two Percy ones, a Thomas one that kind of looks like Bluebell, and the reason Hornby's doing that is because they recently lost the license to make more Thomas trains. Bachmann did that way before Hornby ever did, and I'm not gonna lie, personally, so far, I've liked this range quite a bit more. Now, a while ago, I talked about one of the Thomases they had in this range and did a review on that, but the Percys are the ones that's always interested me. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like Bachmann Percy as a whole, but was always curious if the Bachmann branch line version would be any better, and I have a feeling it'll at least be different in my rating. I really don't like the Bachmann Percy. It better run better, at least, since it doesn't have that stupid fucking eye mechanism. So I guess this will be a part review, part fitting a actual Percy face, since you probably guessed that's what I plan to use it for, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Starting with this box. Now, it's a pretty typical Bachmann branch line box, or a Bachmann Junior box, I guess. It's got that dark blue, I almost said livery, just dark blue color. It's got the Bachmann branch line logo right here. Now, the back is a little interesting because, like most other Bachmann models, it says authentically detailed model. Is it though? It's the Bachmann Percy. Is it really though? Can it be authentically detailed if it's not authentic in the slightest fucking bit? I don't know. We'll see. This is already off the rails, isn't it? So in specific, we have the GWR 311, as you can see here, and the side of the box tells you pretty much the same thing. This one is just another Bachmann branch line logo, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. It's pretty simple, but it's about what's inside the box, really. That's what matters. And let's go ahead and take a look at this Percy. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, so starting the day off right, I guess. All right, let's get him out of here. He's definitely, this is a snug fit. Like when I add a face, this is gonna be essential to modify, because getting him out of that box was not easy. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Bachmann branch line GWR 311, or the first retooled Percy I've ever owned. Again, these are not new. I think Bachmann actually got in trouble for making these things, because at a time, Bachmann UK could not make Thomas models. They do now, but this is what they did before. And wow, I'm not gonna lie, I wish they never stopped. Thanks, Mattel. You really don't make good decisions anymore, do you? Looks like it's a little dusty in there. Looks like, oh wow, the roof is greasy, I guess, pretty dusty. Hopefully that means he was tooled before he left, or greased up, but this is the little guy, and I have to, it's pretty interesting. This is a very interesting model, and it almost reminds me of the vintage Nylant Percy because of this lining, which I actually can show you guys. 1 second. Alright, if you've seen my recent videos, you already know what this is for, but as you can see right here, Percy has a bit of extra lining on his cab, and now isn't that that's just cool? I don't know, I think that's interesting. As you can see here on the back, it's more detailed. We have a lamp hook, there's not only the extra lining, but a GWR logo right there. He's got a smoke box door, and I almost want to say he feels a bit heavier than a Bachmann Percy does, but I don't know if that makes sense. He doesn't have an IMEX, so he should technically run better, but also be a bit lighter as a consequence. I also have to say I'm a huge fan of the lining on this boiler. I wish there were more Percy models like this, or I guess this isn't Percy. I should stop trying to compare it to it. Oops. But pretty much besides that, extra detail, a black chassis and black here on the bottom, and again, extra lining. It's pretty much spot on. Again, just a normal Bachmann Percy, to the point it even has that very annoying seam line down the middle, which thankfully isn't as bad as I've seen on a lot of Bachmann Percys, but it's there. It's, you know, it's the same thing, just not Percy now, so I don't know what I expected, I'll be honest. Dude, this thing is so great. I need a rag. I'll be right back. All right, let's get this roof cleaned up. I actually haven't test ran this thing yet at all, so maybe it's not smart to fit the face first, but we'll figure out together. And I am thinking it was at least greased up before it left, since the valve gear did need a bit of a wipe down too, so hopefully it's just that and he's not a filthy engine. I don't know. Either way, he's been cleaned off a bit now. let's get to putting that face on. And here's another look at that face. Come on, camera, focus, please. Thank you. There we go. And here's another look at that face. We have a tired model series normal Percy that I dirtied up a little bit. Looks a bit put upon. And as always, was provided by the homie Trainstorm. All right, there's that. So I'm hoping not to do too much to this Percy. It'll hopefully just be a fun project with me and my grandfather, but it will be a Percy. It'll just be a one-off or different type for my collection. I guess a GWR Percy. I'm like the only person who likes the GWR, I feel like, anyway, so yeah, I'm hoping not to modify this thing too much. Literally does that. Okay, TrainBoy. That do it? Yeah, that did it. All right. Or a nut. Come on, bro. All right, that should be the one. Dang it, I need to get it off the side. Just cut into that like that. There we go. And that's the one. That's the one. I'm getting a little annoyed, I'm not gonna lie. And for safety reasons, I'm doing the top just because it hasn't worked out too well on the other sides. All right. See, is that it? Is that the one? That's the one. Okay, there we go. Finally, Percy is fitted with his little face. Get that centered there. All right, there we go. All right, so this is the Bachmann GWR 311 fitted with a Percy face, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, turning this into Percy is a lot better feeling than having a normal Bachmann Percy. I'm not gonna, it's probably just the livery and extra details, but it still has all the same issues, or pretty much all the same issues as a Bachmann Percy. Look at the step ladders, they're still extended here on the side, so if I ever want to, I'll have to fix that. There's still that pretty obnoxious seam line down the middle, but that quick, it's an interesting and alternative take on Percy, or maybe it's just Percy if he was on the GWR, or before he came to Sodor. I don't know. I'm not really thinking about it too much. I just think it's cool to have a Bachmann Percy that's not a Bachmann Percy, that's then turned in to a Bachmann Percy. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's got layers. This is a custom with layers. I'm hoping to turn this into a project with my grandfather. Maybe give him some lighting or sound, take off the roof at some point and open up these windows, put a firebox glimmer in there. I'm not sure. We'll see. It will have a bit more done to it, but this has been the, can you even call this a review? Review, modification, showcase, Percyification. And again, everybody, don't worry, this is completely reversible, at least so far, and I'm hoping to do nothing that'll be too intense. Just bring the model alive a bit more. All right, let's go see if this guy works. I'm excited. All right, welcome back to the 00 scale layout. We have Percy now on the tracks. Is he in shot? All right, we got Percy in shot. Let's see if this dude works. Let's see, got the controller ready. All right, we've got movement, ladies and gentlemen, and I have to say, for this being the first time I'm seeing him move, that's pretty smooth. It is also pretty fast, though. Let's try to slow him down a bit. All right, so far he does not like creeping, but again, I haven't ran him in yet at all, so buying trains overseas is always risky, but it looks like this one is a W, not an L. He does sound a bit weird, though, doesn't he? I feel like at this point, that's a Bachmann trademark, though, so you can't really hate it. All right, let's run this guy in and show him off a bit more.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.